Willie D Live.
What's up, family? 37-year-old Stephen Weatherford was sleeping on a couch in a home in Oakland, California, when a blaze broke out on Christmas morning. Stephen woke up and saved his dad, his brother, and his aunt. I ain't got no problem with that. But unfortunately, Stephen lost his life trying to go back in the house after he saved his brother, his dad, and his aunt. Now, there are some conflicting stories about why Steve went back into the house. Some family members were saying that there were others who were outside of the house, but they were in the backyard, and they were calling for Steve to come out. Firefighters say that he succumbed to smoke inhalation. That's how he died. Now, other family members believe that he went back in the house to retrieve his belongings, which included an engagement ring that he had for his girlfriend, LaShante Mayo. LaShante says she had just found out Stephen had planned to propose to her on New Year's Eve. Tragic story, fam. Tragic story. Now, the cause of the fire is still unknown, as the authorities are still investigating. Family, 'tis the season to not only be jolly, but to be proactive in fire prevention. The winter months, so many fires happen. So many people perish in these fires, house fires. My godfather, that's how he died. He and his wife. He died trying to save her. She was incapacitated. She was in another room, and the fire broke out. He went back there to try to save her, and he ended up not making it. She was, man, the fire did her bad. He died of smoke inhalation. And the cause? A heater. Somehow, some way, some type of piece of clothing got on the heater. It was one of those heaters that had those openings, one of those old heaters. And if something got too close to it, it would come directly into contact with the fire. And that's what happened. Burned the house down. The house was an old house, old wooden house. And it went up in flames, like in a matter of minutes. And it took out two really, really good people. Good people. A fire just broke out in Houston a couple of days ago where a whole family died. They say they may have made it had they had smoke detectors. Now, here's what I thought was strange about it. The house catches on fire. They don't have smoke detectors to warn them in case of a fire, right? But they had solar panels. They had solar panels on their house. This is not blaming the dead. This is more so for the living. If you have solar panels on your house and you don't have smoke detectors, your priorities are not in order. That tripped me out. I was like, looked at the house. The house was like torched. But on the roof, you could see solar panels. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. During the winter months, the reasons why houses burn so often, the reason why there's so many fires during the winter months. People are trying to stay warm, right? If you live in warmer cities like where I live, Houston, you may not have fired up that heater in 10 months. And now you fire it up without having it inspected. And, you may have some faulty wiring. You may have defective parts. That's why it's a good idea to have an inspection done at least once a year. I often thought about that fire, man. Look, I know we've all had this conversation with ourselves like, yo, I don't want to go like that. Man, that fire and that water. Man. That fire. Ooh-wee, man. That's a horrible way to go. I know me. Once I cleared that thing out, once I thought I got my people up out of there, man, I don't give a damn about none of that other stuff, man. A ring, an engagement ring? Just buy another engagement ring. I would not have taken that chance. I would not have went back inside of that house to retrieve something that's replaceable. I would not have done that. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. R.I.P. Stephen Weatherford. No more talk.